Today, we're going to be talking about Mimolette Cheese, which is good, which is pretty exciting for me because I'm a big cheese guy. There's a little more history to this cheese than I thought. It's not a ton compared to the other ones that I reviewed, 3 years ago, but there's a little bit of juicy chunks in here. So, I got all my information from the Wikipedia page. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So, let's begin. So, Mimolette is a cheese traditionally produced around the city of Lille, France. I don't know French, so I'm gonna butcher a lot of these French names that are in here. In France, it is also known as Boule de Lille, after the city of origin, or Vieux Hollandais because it was originally inspired by the Dutch Edam cheese. So, I've had Edam cheese, and I don't think Mimolette is very similar to Edam cheese because Edam cheese, or Edam cheese, they're pretty much nothing alike. Edam cheese is it's a very soft cheese. Mimolette is a very hard cheese. It's like Parmesan. So the description, Mimolette has a spherical shape and is similar in appearance to a cantaloupe melon. It normally weighs around 2 kilograms and is made from cow's milk. It comes from the French word mimou, or feminine mimole, or mole, meaning semi-soft, which refers to the oily texture of this otherwise hard cheese. The bright orange color of the cheese comes from the natural seasoning annatto, which, when used in small amounts, primarily as a food colorant, annatto also adds no discernible flavor or aroma. The gray-colored rind of aged mimolette occurs from cheese mites that are added to the surface of the cheese, which serve to enhance its flavor. So, I don't know what cheese mites are. I'm gonna go ahead and look at that real quick. Oh. It's a bug. Well, it should have been obvious from the word mite, mites. But that's weird, isn't it? Knowing that they purposefully put a mite in there for flavoring, which is, it's like weevils. It's like sometimes they get into hardtack. But it's not like they would add it for flavor. But that's so weird. They also use different mites for this kind of stuff. Like, some mites are used in cheeses like Milben case, Cantal, and Mimolette cheese. The action of living mites on the surface of these cheese contributes to the flavor and gives them a distinctive appearance. So, Milben case cheese was produced using Tyrophagus casei mites, while Mimolette cheese used Acarus cero mites, also known as flour mites for Mimolette cheese. So they're using different types of mites for the rinds of these cheeses, which I have no idea how they figure this out, let alone have different species to eat and live on the rind of these cheeses. I'm not sure. Something tells me some farmers back then, they stored their cheeses in weird conditions, and whenever royalty came by to check up on the cheeses, and they saw that there were freaking bugs on them, they were like, Chief, royalty, no, we purposely added these bugs on there because it adds flavor, it gives it a distinct color, you lord. And the king was just like, well, I'm no cheese scientist, so go for it, I guess. I don't know. I don't really care. I want that cheese. So, back to the Mimolette cheese article. Mimolette can be consumed at different stages of aging. When younger, its taste resembles that of Parmesan. Many appreciate it, most when it is extra old. At that point, it becomes rather hard to chew and the flesh takes on a hazelnut-like flavor. So, the history of it. It was originally made by the request of Louis XIV, who, in context of Jean-Baptiste Colbert's mercantilistic policies, was looking for a native French product to replace the then very popular Edam. To make it distinct from Edam, it was first colored using carrot juice and later seasoned with annatto to give it the distinct orange flavor. The cheese was known to be a favorite of French President Charles de Gaulle. I think it's how you pronounce it. Like I said, I don't know French. I haven't taken a single French class, so I don't know any of these pronunciations. Although, in 2013, the Food and Drug Administration ruined the fun, detained a ton of the cheese, putting further imports to the United States on hold. This was because cheese mites could cause an allergic reaction. Boo! If consumed in large quantities. The FDA stated that the cheese was above the standard of 6 mites per cubic inch. The restriction was lifted in 2014. So at least we got our mites back, for whatever that's worth. But I do think it's interesting that this cheese was mostly made to replace a more popular cheese at the time, Edam cheese, which I've tried before. I don't remember if I made a video on it. I definitely planned on making a video about it, but I don't remember if I did or not. So here is a video of me trying the cheese. Dry as this cheese is, because this is a very dry cheese. It's like Parmesan. So yeah, this is aged Mimolette cheese, and I can't really move the camera around. This is just my phone on my microphone, and that's the only camera I have. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this thing a try. See if I can find a. Yeah, it's a very crumbly cheese. It's not exactly like Parmesan, where it's so crumbly. It still has like moisture to it, but let me try it. That is a sharp cheese. It's a lot like cheddar, but a lot more waxy. The taste is sour isn't the word I would use, but it has like a tang to it, like a strong tang to it. Oh, and also some of this cheese was banned in the US because the rind was causing food allergens. So with that out of the way, I think my next video is clear. I think I have got to remake or at least try again the Edam cheese. It's been 3 years. The Dutch cheese, soft cheese, it's all that good stuff. So I will go ahead and try that, but I hope you enjoyed this video, especially since it was the French going, yeah, we want to make our own cheese. That is like Edam, but not at all. So I shall see y'all later. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Not that hard. And I'll see y'all later.